Scotty Taylor's also made a pretty good run there. Just noticing he's up there in the top 10. He had a few dramas earlier on today and yesterday, so having a good run this last race. See if he can keep it up there in the top 10. The safety car now with its lights out, so it'll take off. It's now up to Pingle to control this start. Different scenario in Aussie race cars compared to V8 Supercar. It is a double file restart, much like the NASCAR guys now, considering the V8 Supercars and obviously, as you saw earlier, the TCM class, all in a single file restart. So
you enjoy these?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do too. So anytime the front guys want to go, they're stacking up a bit further back, aren't they?
Doesn't look single file. It doesn't look 2x2 there. It looks like everyone's all over the place.
It's a slow build-up. Pingle, Morris first to go. Oh, and Abellas had nowhere to go. He's been held up badly here. They'll go 3 wide, but Morris will pick up the lead here. Ubergang will go back to second. I
was looking at the com box here, and obviously Pingle, a little bit of a touch there from him and Ubergang. Griffiths. Scotty Taylor around the outside.
Oh, there's the commentator's curse. I'm glad it's not only me that has that.
Sorry, Scotty. I noticed there it was up to Pingle to go. The green flag went, Morris went. So obviously it was Pingle wanting to just to have a late restart, and Morris jumping at the green flag there and getting the jump. So
Morris making Pingle go the long way around. Ubergang sitting behind him. Freddie Hunt's dropped back a couple of positions on the restart there when the field did stack up a bit further back as we sweep down to 7. And Ubergang, what a pass on the outside. Is he going to run out of racetrack here? No, he doesn't, and holds on to the lead. That was an awesome pass.
He got a great run out of turn 6 there. Morris and Pingle argued over a bit of territory. Morris there just touching the inside there of Pingle's car, letting him both go wide. Ubergang said thanks very much, got a sensational run out, and it's bunched them all up. Ben Walsh in 4th, Abela in 5th, Griffith 6th, Ken Quinn 7th.
Looking over the shoulder of Ubergang, he's got Pingle and Morris as he moves across the left-hand side because they're trying to make a double toe here. Dirtier side of the racetrack, and now Ubergang locks the brake momentarily. A bit of debris coming off one of the cars.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of an undertray or something there.
And watch Walsh all of a sudden into this.
Walsh is up there in 4th, right side by side here with Abela. And here's Pingle. Looked up the inside, couldn't get it done.
Well, this is good from Walsh, side by side. We saw some damage to this car earlier today. It's in formation down to turn 6, hanging tough on the outside on lap 8 of 12 here in the final race of the weekend for the Aussie racing cars.
Pingle now up to the lead.
So that seems to be a popular place now for passing as they go through, and he's got a gap on him, nearly 7/10 straight away.
Pingle looks quick. He's looked quick from the get-go at the start when he pulled nearly a second on Morris in 2nd.
Down the final turn they come again to finish this 8th lap.
And the battle continues with Paul Morris and Adam Ubergang.
This is awesome.
They've been like super glue this weekend.
Great way to describe it. 4-car battle for 2nd.
Abela and Walsh both tucked in there. You watch these 4 now try to hunt down Pingle at the front.
It's our Walcam speed shot as they come past on this 1.1k straight. Morris to the inside here in 1. And it should be enough. Ubergang will pull the car in behind so he doesn't let James Abela through. Again, seesawing away at the wheel. Grabs another gear, across these ripple strips. The run down through turn 3 and 4, the chicane, if you like, the flip-flop. Oh, it's a flip-flop. That was further back there from Abela as Walsh goes down the inside of him now. The Miss Money Pennies Hotel, that's his own.
Oh!
Gives him a, don't argue, misses the coach sign by inches.
It looked like that piece of debris that came off of turn 1 we saw a couple of laps ago is from Abela's car. If you have a look at the undertray, third in line behind the red car here, it's hanging off. Ubergang wide there.
Could have been massive for him down there.
That might be why Abela here is just struggling a little bit here. That would be definitely affecting the front grip of this car with 4 laps remaining. And there it is. That's actually part of the rear car, the rear diffuser.
Yeah.
Off one of the cars. So There's a bit of aero gone missing from a few of these cars this race, which is definitely going to have an effect. It'll actually probably help him down the straight, but not through the corners.
Look at the toe from this. Oh, that's more than a nudge from Ubergang on Morris. That's the most severe he's been all weekend on the team territory entry. It's been 8 long years since we've seen Morris in the category.
I saw the whole back of that car move when he hit him. It wasn't a bump, it was quite a hard hit.
They might need a neck massage later on tonight after that hit. Head down to turn 5. So it's settled down momentarily, and I say momentarily because there's still 3 to go in this one as they head down to turn 6 on lap 10.
Pingo doing a good job here. Oh!
That's Abella going back to the inside of Griffiths again. Join his old sparring partners. We look down to turn 1.
Oh, Scotty Taylor.
Oh, again. And that's the reverse spin, if you will.
Oh, big spin there.
Got on the dirty stuff and just unloaded the Scotty Taylor Motorsport entry. We've seen him in Porsche racing this year as well. A lot more dustier out there than in previous years. They have watered down the infield and outfield. Oh, and around goes Walsh. Walsh goes around now. There's some payback from James Abella.
Oh.
And everyone taking evasive action down there. I've never seen so many cars come unstuck at that final corner as now Ubergang makes it on, squirms his way up in front of Morris.
He's pulled it off.
For now.
I think Adam there's his car's just starting to come on. I reckon he started with quite low tyre pressures. He was struggling, you saw early on in the race, and now it's coming good. 2 laps to go. What has hurt him though is that safety car. You know, if he didn't have that safety car, the car would have probably just come up a bit quicker, as we see there on the infield.
It could have been Thompson.
I think it was Thompson there in the infield in that lime green Mustang.
Meantime, the first 3. If you want to talk lap times right now, Ubergang has got the better car in the top 3. 1:18.70 for James Abella on lap 3. It's the quickest of the weekend. In racing terms, anyways, they come around in front of the heavily populated hill here. They're stuck around after the V8 supercar race, won by David Reynolds today. Still got the Touring Car Masters, which the man alongside me, Stephen Johnson, is getting ready to jump into soon in the V8 Utes to wrap up the day's coverage. 1 to go this time, and Pingle has got a margin. 1 second, it's the biggest gap it's been all race long.
Yep, I think it's been the biggest gap all weekend long at the moment. Adam Ubergang trying really hard to run him down, just pulling a small gap on Morris, who might be just struggling a little bit for tyres in this race, being it's the 4th race on these tyres. And there's Damien Flack in the white AHG entry, starting from the back, 31st.
Up to 5th.
And is now up to 5th place. What a drive.
Yeah, 26 cars he's passed. That car found the wall at turn 10 yesterday. They repaired the ahg.com.au entry, but this man looking very good here in the final race of the weekend.
Coming down here for the final time. The top 3 are spread out. I think they're Abella and Flack in 4th and 5th. It's probably the closest race on the track at the moment. Here's Paul Morris in the team territory, NT Shipping car, being a very good promoter for the top end. Every year you see him get support from the locals here in Darwin, and does a great job for it.
Now watch Ubergang. He tried this on Morris yesterday and it worked. He comes in with a lot more heat off the final turn. I just think he's not close enough here. And Brendan Pingle, he won the final race over in Highlands in New Zealand this year. It's his 2nd race victory of the season in the Aussie racing cars, and Pingle picks up the win ahead of Ubergang. Back to Morris in 3rd position. Then it's Abella, Damien Flack in 5th. Griffith crossing the line in the 91, even though he got caught up in an earlier incident. Kent Quinn got to 7th after starting in 12th. Then Bond, Miskovitz in 9th, and Stevenson, the rest of the field, starting to come on by. And Pingle, very happy with his weekend's effort in one of the best Aussie racing car rounds we've seen here. Yep, he's excited. And well, he might be 2 hands out of this Aussie racing car. Nice job as Ubergang pulls up alongside in the standard salute to the crowd where they go in rows of 2 as we check the results in the final race of the weekend of the Aussie racing cars. Pingle, the winner, only half a second at the finish line, 2 seconds back to Morris, and it was Abella, Flack, Griffith. Back to Kent Quinn in 7th, Bond, Miskovitz and Chris Stevenson over the page to Black Woods down to Chamberlain, who spun early. Freddie Hunt fell back to 19th after getting to 12th. And Jeff Waters completing the top 20 of the page to Tucker. Scotty Taylor, who spun himself out a couple of times, and Michael Rinkin, the last finisher.